Off we go in a Week 4 showdown. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And that's the way to start this game. Give him 8 on that first offensive snap.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
On 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It's got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Here he is on 3rd and short. He's got Gesicki complete. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Ready?
1st and 10 from the 32.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner, down inside the 30.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here we go. 11, 180. Plays hot. Hot.
Here's Burrow. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he will not score, but that does set him up front with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On 1, ready?
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. From the red zone now. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. Came little to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Robinson with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
After the the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
First down now, ball at the 33. Pass play now. He's got Quentin Johnson, complete. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. This is Metcalf working that right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Taking a chance to the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick. And they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. He's going to throw it again. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
3rd and long for him here. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Steelers have the first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing it again here. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Second and 3 now. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Steelers, first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Steelers.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And not liking what it looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Bengals have a 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
11. Here we go. Wide 80. 11 mighty.
Now a give up the middle to Moss. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Not even a little bit. Oh, Lord. Know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Want to do it, we can do it on the turf.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Wide 80. Right shot.
From the red zone on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this is a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Wide 80. 12. Stop.
Moss gets it from the gun. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Given 5 yards on 2nd and goal, they're going to be 5 yards out on 3rd.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide inside. Stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Little knocks it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Here's Robinson with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. As for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Here's a throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
Starts his return from the 23. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop. 11. Stop.
The drive starts with a run by Moss. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. The Bengals are out in front. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Burrow on the play action. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
I'm 1, right?
So 1st down from the 41.
Here we go. 180.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and the quarterback will find you again.
Going play action here. Burrow. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter.
Here we go.
That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Stop.
Running from the pistol here, it's Moss. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Can. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
Here we go. Stop.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Right side cut by Higgins. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, do it through training camp, do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
37-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
See, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good, to get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stops quickly.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
3rd down, they need 7.
Let's go now. 17, 19, Lions.
Throw here, 3rd down. This throw is going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the result's 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Fields this at the 19. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Back. Right 80. Back.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Let's get set. 180. Right up.
Burrow to the air now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
11, Mott. Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Burrow back to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here we go. Let's get that touch. Stop.
Burrow gets it out wide quick. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Setting up, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Can.
To the air again, it's Burrow. Catch made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals go up by 12. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals bump the lead up to 13 points. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Calvin Austin on the return. Making some progress here. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that and you kick off returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. He'll look to throw. Hits him on the in route. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. He got flagged down. I think this might be a hold, partner. So this is going to be second down and long following the holding flag. Dropping back to throw. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Third and long, they're going to throw. It's a screen play to Warren. On third down, they line him going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
It's fielded at the 14. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20.
1-1, ready?
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Here we go. Hey, can.
He'll work against the blitz. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 24 on that play. And the Bengals have a first down. One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
Here we go. 180. Plays hot.
Running out of the gun with Moss. Found some good space on that run, Brock. It's a gain of 8 into enemy territory.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down.
Here we go.
Right back to Moss now. He takes it down to the 33.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down now, ball at the 33.
What's this say? 11.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Brought in right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Five still to go here. This is second down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. on the quick hitter. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
Gun. Stop. Right 80. Stop.
From the red zone now. Trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And it's going to be second down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right 80. 11 MT. Stop.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Brought in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
I'm 1, ready?
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Right 80. B. Stop.
Moss crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Honest Little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals push the lead to 20.
Steelers 7.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here comes Austin. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 27.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
He's dropping back to throw. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw 3rd and long. That one nabbed by Warren. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day. Plain zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's linebackers and the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
They are throwing it again. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And they make the tackle at the 38. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Still sticking with the passing game. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. 30. Gets the 10. And he makes the house call. It's a pick 6 for Cincinnati.
And there in Kate, right there, that's some of the danger of playing with desperation. You can't get every point back with one play. That quarterback, Well, he just learned a valuable lesson. Not only can he get not every point back, you just gave up 6 of your own.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. On the return, here comes Austin. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner, and this gets out to the 30.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Back to the air following that pick 6. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10, still from the 30. He'll throw it. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Jordan Battle with the INT. Well, as if this one wasn't tough enough, it's another possession lost as he is picked off once again.
I think what I'm looking for here, what everybody's looking for in the building, what kind of fight do you have? Because a couple of turnovers in a row can take it right out of you, especially the deficit you find yourself in.
Gun.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Line up the design keeper. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. To return this, Marcus Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And he's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Trying to throw this from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Let's go.
Warren here from the gun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
19, Rattler, 80. 18, Rattler, 18, go.
Setting up to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Pass play coming here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Kobe Bryant has it.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Tahan. Right 80. Right is hot. Tahan.
Starting the drive with a give to Moss. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40.
That's good.
Give him 25 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Big 13. Tahan.
A first down carry for Brown. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Then stopped by Alex Highsmith.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. Tahan. Right 80. Right is hot. Tahan.
Here's Brown again. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
11, 11.
And they've been doing it.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Tahan.
Up the gut, they go with Moss. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Here we go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
I'm 1, ready?
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
11, 11. Here we go. Tahan.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. I'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call.
Gun. Tahan. Tahan.
They'll run here following the penalty. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
I'm fine, ready?
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6.
Let's get set. What?
To the air on 3rd and long. Finds him on the slant. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Back to work after throwing the pick. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
to throw on second. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So they're left facing third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Let's go. 60 red.
Here he goes, third and long. Chuck there to haul it in. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Black 40.
Here's Ritter. Throw left side, finds Freiermuth. And in a blink, they are out to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Steelers have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Let's go now. Blue 32. Ready?
Ritter. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Ready. Ready.
Ritter setting up to throw. That's more of the catch out left. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set. Ready. Set.
Quickly out to the right. Complete. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag.
Come on, set. Ready.
Running it after the penalty. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Warren once more. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, you take advantage of them.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Ready. Bitches, ready.
Ritter to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
This defense, they got to play him. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Here we go. Black. Cut.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Oh, a defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that brings it back within 3 scores at least. The gap now 24.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Start.
And off to Chubb to start the drive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They gain 11 on that play, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Run like that, Case, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go.
So we're through 3 here. It's Bengals football, Brock, and they have got to be happy about the lead that they have built so far.
On 1, ready?
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go.
Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 180. Legs up. Start.
Again, it's Chubb. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the 1st.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On 1, ready?
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, here we go. Big 13.
Chubb going for the marker. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
So 1st down from the 41.
Here we go, here we go.
Chubb running out of the gun. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Gun. Start. 180. Start.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
Hey, can. Start.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. 4th down coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, ready.
Here's the handoff. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. A gain of 15 there. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Down. Hut.
They give it to him again. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. 35 on the pickup. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
On the set. And cycle.
1st and 10. 13-yard line.
Here we go. Blue, 32. Set.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Set.
Back to the well again. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause.
Ready. 50, green. Set.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run. Momentum changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
Ready.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Right back it goes to Pierce. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now as that play came to an end, we saw somebody in some pain down there. And now it looks like they're looking at the running back, Dameon Pierce.
Got it.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Set. Yep, trouble. 38. Hut.
Looking for it with Warren. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Steelers putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Going after tries goodbye lots. And the Steelers pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now.
Steelers 17.
Maybe on that rapid pay the bills.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Not even a little bit. Oh, Lord. Know yourself.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
My actions been louder than my...
And he got all in that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Some of y'all too big for your britches. Have a lot of hot rods. The good girls and the good guys. Come on. Too bad gotta deal with the... Some of y'all too...
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Chubb. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Chubb up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Burrow to the air now. Catch made by Chase Brown. Hits a seam at the 40. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
A 1st down carry for Brown. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Right, 80.
They'll run again with Brown. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Let's get set. Big 13.
Here's Brown again. And this one does not get close. He stopped after 3, and that's going to bring up 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals on their way to their 3rd win of the year. The Bengals send out the punting unit. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crawls. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Cut.
Now Ritter. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Down. Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. Catch made by Chubb. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
33, yellow. Check.
Desperation time here. That's cut beyond the marker. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. They come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Pittsburgh.
Quick to the left, it's caught. Inside the 45. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Ready?
Here's a design run. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of. It took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.
What's happening?